Attention. Attention all Brooklyn kickball players. Due to the lights out tonight, we weren't able to finish all the games. But some of the games were in earlier today, and we'd like to give you the scores of those games. For those teams who haven't played earlier today, I'm sorry, but once again, due to the lights out, we weren't able to finish all the games. But we have some games to tell you about, and they're very good ones. And I'd like to give you the highlights of those scores. After I give you the highlights of scores, you'll understand what I'm talking about. In game one, started at 3 p.m. today, the Bulls taking on Sit on My Base. And we have a good one here to tell you about. With this final score, you will love to hear. The final score for this game, Bulls on first 6, Sit on My Base 2. Not a bad game at all. In the Red Monster, and this game could have been as close to anything that I've seen today. With the Nervous Perverts and the Y'all team. The final score for that game is Nervous Perverts 1, Y'all 0. And that could have been close to anything I ever seen today. In the Outhouse. Wow, we got a game to tell you about. And here's why. I tell you, this Hot Mess team is very serious this year. And you never know what can happen. The final score for this game is Hot Mess 7, Boot and Rally 4. What a game, Hot Mess. Way to go. Game number 2 in the main field. Wow, and we got another one. And Bulls on first had done it again. After winning 6-2 over Sit on My Base, they had done it again, and it came close to 1 point. The final score for this game is Bulls on first 5, Intelligent Design 4. Very close. Very close. In the Red Monster. And the Y'all team had a bad game, and I don't know what to tell you about this Y'all team because it's very, intensive to me. But the Dallas Avengers have won it, and they beat the Y'all team by the final score of 3-0. And I must point out that the Y'all team has lost both games this afternoon in a not so good way, but y'all keep trying. And I also must point out that the Bulls on first has won both games this afternoon. Way to go, Bulls on first. In the Outhouse. Wow, I gotta whoa. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what Hot Mess is doing this year, but they are on a roll so far, folks. Listen to this. The Hot Mess has beaten the Outfield Dance Party by the final score of 9-5. That is a game that is discussed. I could tell you more. I couldn't tell you anything more than this. Game number 3. On to the, wow, ladies and gentlemen, picture this. We have another shout out to tell you about, and it's a good one. The Intelligent Design has crushed the Sit on My Base by the final score of a crushed game of 8-0. Man, I gotta tell you, they are something else, ladies and gentlemen. And I must point out that Intelligent Design has won and 1 today. 1 win and 1 lost. And I also must point out that Sit on My Base has lost both games this afternoon. I can tell you, it's not pretty. Not pretty, folks. On to the Red Monster. And we have a good one to discuss. Because the outfield dance party, after losing the hot mess 9-5, they have come back to beat the Nervous Perverts by the final score of 9-2. And I must point out that outfield dance party is 1-1 today. 1 win, 1 loss. Congratulations to outfield dance party. And I must point out that the Nervous Perverts is 1-1 also today. 1 win and 1 lost. Congratulations to Nervous Perverts. On to the outhouse. Wow, we have a very close game to discuss for you. Because the PYT, in a very, very close game, has beaten Boot and Rally by the final score of 4-3. And I must point out that the Boot and Rally has lost both games this afternoon. Wow, I tell you, after coming back for a while, Boot and Rally, I don't know what happened to them, but keep trying, Boot and Rally. Game number 4, on to the main field, and we have another close game to discuss with you. Because after Darwin's Vengeance beating the Y'all team 3-0, they have beaten the Pickle Dicks, and they also returned back, but with a close game lost. That final score of that game is Vengeance 5, Pickle Dicks 4. And I must point out that the Darwin's Vengeance have won both games this afternoon. Congratulations to Darwin's Vengeance. Wow. That is something, folks. On to the Red Monster. Wow, we have another close game to discuss with you. Because this Hot Dogs team is improving every time, ladies and gentlemen. But they have beaten the Creeps by the final score of 6-4. Not a bad game for the Hot Dogs. Not a bad game. On to the outhouse. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. We have a shutout. Because this beat was caught is not messing around, ladies and gentlemen. They have beaten the PYT by the final score of a crush game of 4-0. And I must point out that the PYT has won and lost the game today. Congratulations to PYT. On to our final game in the Red Monster. Ladies and gentlemen, it has happened again to our team, the Chalks. And it all started like this. The Creeps had started out with 2. And then we took over the rest and had won it, and we won it big. The final score for our team, the Chalks. Chalks 7, the Creeps 2. And I must point out that the Creeps had lost both games this afternoon. Keep trying, Creeps. And congratulations to our team, the Chalks. You know something, ladies and gentlemen. Our team, the Chalks, is coming on, and we coming on strong. Let's see what happens in the next couple of weeks. And those are your highlights of today's scores. And I'm sorry to point out that the rest of the games were not put in today due to the lights out. But We'll have more games coming to you next Sunday. And as a reminder, there is only 3 weeks to go before the end of the season. And the end of the season will end on September 6th. That's the last game of the regular season. Mark that on your calendar. September 6th, the last game of the regular season. The next 3 weeks will tell the story. For now, thank you for listening to this video. And we'll have more games coming up next Sunday. For now, so long.